At the heart of a quiet and small town, there lived a woman named Amelia. She was young, vibrant and full of life. She had a circle of friends who admired her for her beauty and vivacious personality. Amelia's mother, Elizabeth, was a kind-hearted woman who had aged gracefully over the years. She had the wisdom of time etched in her smile, had a warm personality, was loving and had been a source of inspiration to many people in her neighborhood. Amelia, however, had a different view of her mother. When everybody else saw her mother's loving and kind personality, she wondered why her mother looked so old compared to her friends' mothers. She didn't think she was beautiful. She often felt a sense of shame when they walked together. She always introduced her as her grandmother, and in some instances, she would pretend that they were not related. Amelia could not hide her resentment towards her mother. She always talked down on her and always made hurtful comments about her appearance. When she found a nice job in the city, she did not tell her. She just moved out of the house and told her not to look for her because she could now live her life away from her without getting embarrassed. Despite all this, Elizabeth loved her daughter with everything she had. She tried to understand her attitude towards her, attributing it to her young age and peer pressure from her friends. She always believed that her daughter would change for the better in future. Months passed. Elizabeth waited for her daughter's phone calls to no avail. Amelia had changed her phone number, leaving her mother with no means to reach her. She spent her days eagerly looking at her front door, hoping that her daughter would walk in. One morning, she received a phone call from a hospital in the city. When she arrived at the hospital, she was shocked to see her daughter unconscious in a hospital bed. The doctor told Elizabeth that her daughter had been involved in a fatal road accident. After weeks in the hospital, she was finally discharged. Her mother took care of her and nursed her back to health. It was a hard realization for Amelia that none of her friends had come to see her during the entire time she was in hospital, and when she was at home recovering. When Amelia fully recovered, it was time for Elizabeth to go back to her home. Before she left, she told Amelia that there was something she had kept from her for a long time, and she felt it was the right time that she finally knew the truth. Elizabeth told Amelia that she was not her biological mother. She told her that she had decided to adopt her when she was born because her biological mother had abandoned her in the hospital where she worked. Elizabeth told Amelia that she had fallen in love with her from the moment she first saw her, and even if she was almost retiring, she chose to adopt her and give her the best life she could. Amidst tears, Elizabeth revealed another heartbreaking truth. She told Amelia that she was not going back to her house. Instead, she was going to the hospice because she had been diagnosed with terminal cancer and had only 3 months left. Amelia could not believe that she had lived all her life, despising the woman who had given up on the comforts of retirement to raise her and provide for her. She cried in regret, begging her mother for forgiveness. Her mother told her she had forgiven her, and assured her that she didn't love her any less, despite their difficult past. In the last days of her mother's life, they spent a lot of time together, and grew very close. She was grateful that she had been given a chance to make amends with her mother, but there was a deep sadness in her heart because she had realized her mother's real beauty too late.